Hello, everyone. Welcome to Barca News. It is January 25th, 2025, and Unai Hernandez is currently negotiating his exit with Al Ittihad. Also, Marcus Rashford has agreed to lower his salary to come to Barcelona. And finally, Barcelona are tracking a Bournemouth defender who's on the list of many European clubs. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo and we'll begin this video with the news that Barcelona held another meeting today to discuss the possibility of holding El Clasico match somewhere else outside of Spain or in a different stadium that's not Montjuic or the Camp Nou. Now, as you know, the Camp Nou construction is currently delayed, where Barcelona were hoping to get back to the stadium by November of last year. That got pushed to December, then it got pushed to February, and now it has been pushed all the way to the end of April. However, the stadium might take even longer, and if that happens, that's a big problem for Barcelona, because starting in May, the current stadium, Montjuic, Luis Companys at Montjuic, will not be available because there will be scheduled concerts and events. And of course, in May is the second El Clasico match of this La Liga, where on May 11th, Barcelona will face Real Madrid. And if Montjuic is not available and at the Camp Nou is not ready yet, Barcelona are going to have to figure out where to play that match. And today, Barcelona held another meeting to discuss the possibility of playing El Clasico somewhere else. Now, Barcelona are considering, there are several options that they're considering, including Montilivi, which is Girona Stadium. Of course, it is a small venue, but nonetheless, it would still be a home advantage because Girona is only 45 minutes away from Barcelona, so it could be filled with Barcelona fans. And of course, there's also talks about stadiums in other European cities, including Wembley or other neutral stadiums. And today, the meeting was to discuss the possibility of moving El Clasico. And next week, Barcelona will meet again to discuss what stadiums are the most feasible. Again, in all of this is in case the Camp Nou is not ready by May 11th. Now, it's reported that Real Madrid would be open to playing the El Clasico match somewhere else. And of course, why wouldn't they be? I think, if you get a chance of playing your most important match of the season in another stadium that's not your opponent's stadium, I think, of course, you would jump on that opportunity. And as far as La Liga and the Royal Spanish Football Federation, who would also have to approve this, it's reported that they're also, inclined to approve it. So there wouldn't be any problems as far as those two organizations and Real Madrid. But of course, playing a home match somewhere that is not in your home is definitely a disadvantage for Barcelona. Not to mention the socios. The socios have season tickets, and now they're not going to be able to go and cash in those tickets to watch the Clasico. Plus, are they gonna, they're gonna have to fork out money for flights, hotel. It's a total mess. I just hope that the stadium will be ready by then. And again, there will be another meeting next week. And of course, I will be here to cover the results of that meeting. Now, on to the next bit of news, because ladies and gentlemen, Unai Hernandez is negotiating a shock move to Saudi Arabia. Now, the Barca Athletic captain, who's one of the most talented midfielders currently in Barca Athletic, is considering leaving the club. Of course, his contract does expire at the end of the season. Barcelona were working hard to renew it, but there were doubts on behalf of Unai Hernandez because he didn't see a clear path to the first team, given that the first team is stacked with so many talented midfielders like Bernal, Casado, Pedri, etc. And in Barcelona, they're saying they also had some doubts about Unai Hernandez, more specifically his size. And as such, the negotiations have stalled. And with the player's contract expiring, it's reported now that Unai Hernandez has started negotiating with Al Ittihad from Saudi Arabia, whose sporting director is Ramon Planas, someone who worked for Barcelona in the past and therefore is very familiar with the young player. Now, it's reported that Etihad could pay Barcelona around 6 to 7 million euros for the signing of Unai Hernandez, which, of course, would be unfortunate to see one of the most talented midfielders leave, but very understandable since there is no space for him on the first team. But on the other hand, 6-7 million euros would come in handy for Barcelona, especially since the club are trying to clear space on the wage bill and generate income to sign Marcus Rashford until the end of the season. Now, Unai Hernandez requested not to be included in today's starting lineup against Urense, and he wasn't. By the way, Barca Athletic drew 1-1 against Urense. So it looks like this move could very much materialize for Barca Athletic's captain, who during this season has 9 goals and 3 assists to his name in 20 matches. Now, I don't know if Unai should be looking for a move to Saudi. I think he's too young to be going to, a subpar league, but, I'm not a footballer, so what do I know? Now, since we did mention Marcus Rashford, let's move on to the next bit of news because, ladies and gentlemen, the English attacker is willing to reduce his salary to make a move to Barcelona. Now, as you know by now, Marcus Rashford is prioritizing Barcelona. He's dying to come to Barcelona. He paused negotiations with all clubs in order to wait for Barcelona's move. And in fact, AC Milan ended up withdrawing from the race. Dortmund right now are pressuring and are willing to give Marcus Rashford a long contract. But despite that, the player prefers to come to Barcelona, even though it would be 6 months only. And now it's reported that Rashford is willing to reduce his salary because he does have an 18 million euro salary. But of course, it would only be half a season, so it would be 9 million, which Barcelona could not afford to pay completely. Manchester United have said they're not going to cover any part of the salary, so Barcelona would have to cover that entire 9 million, which again, the club cannot afford. And as such, Rashford has agreed or has offered to reduce his salary to make his move possible to Barcelona. Now, despite this move, of course, Barcelona still need to offload someone in order to bring Rashford to the club. We'll see whether, if Unai Hernandez does end up making a move to Saudi Arabia, whether that will be enough for Barcelona to create enough space for Marcus Rashford. And as far as Hansi Flick, the German coach, has greenlit this operation, and they're saying that Flick actually sees Marcus Rashford as more of a number 9 than a winger, given that Rafinha, of course, is shining on the left wing. Flick sees Marcus Rashford as a good alternative to Lewandowski, to rotate with the player. So we'll see what happens. But again, for now, the player cannot complete his move until Barcelona offload someone, and time is running out because, as you know from a previous video, during that meeting in Lisbon with Deco, Marcus Rashford representative made it clear that they cannot wait forever, because if they wait until the last day and the move doesn't materialize, Rashford now then is stuck at Manchester United. Now on to the next bit of news, because, ladies and gentlemen, Barcelona have set their sights on a Bournemouth defender. It's no other than Dean Huijsen. I think I said that correctly, but the Spanish-Dutch center back is 19 years old, currently plays for Dortmund, has a contract until 2030. He has attracted the attention of many European clubs for his great technical ability, his ball distribution, and his knack for joining offensive plays, displaying excellent striking ability from medium and long distances. And to top all of that, the guy is ambidextrous. So definitely a very solid defender who has attracted the attention of the likes Dortmund, Juventus, Madrid, you name it. Everybody is after this guy, and it seems that Barcelona have also joined the race, for this promising defender. And in fact, it's been revealed that Jordi Cruyff, when he was part of Barcelona's staff, he tried to sign a defender. However, he ended up leaving to Juventus, and then Juventus ended up letting him go to Bournemouth, and now they're trying to sign him back. What is going on at Juventus? I don't know. Anyways, speaking of young, promising players, I do want to touch on one more player, which is not directly related to Barcelona, and it's Gabriel Mech. And the reason why I bring him up is because I know a lot of people are always commenting on my videos and during lives, hey, Gabriel Mech, Gabriel Mech. If you don't know who Gabriel Mech is, he's a 16-year-old attacking midfielder out of Grêmio, very promising player in the Brazilian league. In fact, he's going to be playing at the Copinha, so there will be chance to see him, participate in that very highly anticipated tournament. And while the news is that Chelsea have secured a move for Gabriel Mech, so when he turns 18, he will join the London-based club. So it looks like, Barcelona, if they want, I don't know, I'm not sure. There aren't many reports stating that Barcelona for sure wanted to sign him. They were tracking him, but they weren't necessarily for sure trying to sign him. But if they had tried to sign him, looks like that door has closed because Gabriel Mech will be going to Chelsea. So this is why I bring it up again, not directly related to Barca, but I know a lot of you guys like him and a lot of you guys have mentioned him to me. So I decided to cover it. Anyways, that is all for this video. I did upload another video before this one, so make sure to check it out. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, and as always, Visca Barça.